Plan your work and work your plan. My good friend Janine says this while she's mentoring new and seasoned agents. But it wasn't until just recently that it finally all clicked for me, and I want to share that with you. Welcome to Momentum Live. I'm Brooke Scutt. So, as we all do, we reevaluate ourselves during certain times of the year. And, I wanted to dive back into being more in control and more aware of what I was eating. So I dialed myself into another good friend of mine who not only is a successful career woman, a mom to 3 beautiful children, but is also a nutrition and fitness coach. She's kind of a nerd about it, which is why I trust her so much. So I went to her and I was asking her, I gotta get my eating straight again. And, whenever we do that, we talk about macros. So the macro foods are obviously going to be proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. And that's kind of how you measure them. Stick with me. I got to point to this, I promise. So as she and I were dialing in this program and kind of the best number of grams of whatever to eat for each thing, I started to figure out, how am I going to plan this? So years ago, I used a macro tracking app that just is kind of like a food log, if you will. And it wasn't until I just started this particular time planning my meals in the app, So as I'm sitting here saying, okay, I'm going to have this for breakfast tomorrow, and I'm going to have this for lunch, and okay, how many grams of protein do I need for dinner? It clicked. It was like, why would I ever not meal plan knowing the end goal that I was trying to get to? If I need to have 138 grams of protein or 100 grams of protein, whatever it is, if I don't set that budget throughout the day in advance, then how am I going to know? I'm just sort of wishing and hoping that the choices that I make will equate to the number that I need. And then it hit me. It's just the exact same way we run our calendars. When you pick the 3 most important things that affect your business, I don't care what your business is, doesn't matter what you do, whether it's prospecting, whether it is, client care, customer service, whether it's personal development, whether it's seeing patients, I don't know, whatever your business is, you pick the 3 most important things. And even though we know they're so incredibly important, do we actually spend the time, maybe the day before, to budget in our calendar when we're going to do those things? It seems so simple. But like I said, I started this with plan your work and work your plan, just like Janine always says. And it dawned on me that I don't do that. I have these, 3 main things that drive my business and drive my success. But at the end of the day, I look back and I just kind of hope that I got all 3 of them done. Don't get me wrong, they're on my to-do list. I have action items for them every day, but I don't sit down and budget that time, just like I didn't budget my protein or my carbohydrates or my fat up until this time. So I started that last night. I opened up my calendar and I literally plugged in. I plugged in this video. I plugged in another meeting I have. I plugged in time when I'm going to make phone calls. I actually plugged in time when I was going to study a new class that I'm teaching this week. So, I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to allocate, just like I would budget my money, on a weekly or monthly basis, to what I'm going to spend it on, to make sure that I have enough. Just like I'm going to budget my calories and my carbohydrates and proteins and fats to make sure that my body is fueled. I'm going to budget my time on those activities that are most important to me this week and next week and the week after. So I hope you found that valuable. Thank you guys so much. Have a great Monday and a great week, and I'll see you guys next week.